Hello everyone and welcome back to a Nuevo Pokemon League Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm going to be showcasing a weekly challenge match between two players within our league. Um, Rod is our current champion of Nuevo and Ruby is, I'm assuming, an upstart, new challenger to the league. Basically, this weekly challenge was to create a weather-based team using one of the new Mega evolutions in Auras. That was pretty much the only restriction on the weather-based teams. So anyway, I watched part of this match. I didn't watch the whole entire thing because I really just wanted to hop right into it and just give you guys what you wanted. And I also really like the usage of certain Pokemon like the Mega Lopunny, which is one of my personal favorites this generation, and the Metagross. Now also Ruby uses a Dedenne, a Bear Arctic, and a few other very uncommon Pokemon. So this is another reason why I chose this match as one to showcase. So without further ado, we're just going to hop right into this weekly challenge match. Okay, so Rod, current champion of Nuevo, leads off with a Politoed as well as Ruby to follow up with his own Politoed. So as we can both see already, these both look like they're going to be rain teams. So obviously not wanting to stay in right now. Rod is going to switch out and go for the Crawdaunt. Now, what he was attempting to do here, I believe, is to take as little damage as possible and also possibly set up on this Pokemon. But Ruby ends up countering a Cacturn. So Rod, I think, foresaw this and decided to go into his Lopunny at this point. With that switch, Ruby's able to get off an insane amount of damage on the Lopunny, but Rod is also able to Mega cleanly and go for an attack this turn. Using that momentum, he's going to go into a high jump kick. Luckily, he does not miss, and he does a tremendous amount of damage to Metagross, almost KOing it with the crit. Not wanting to stay in to take the bullet punch, he's obviously going to switch out and go back into his Crawdaunt, which is quite resistant to it and has a pretty solid defense against this thing. Even with tough claws, it barely does a thing. So Metagross is going to go for the Earthquake. I didn't understand immediately why Rod did not go for the Aqua Jet here, but I see after he uses his Dragon Dance that he kind of got a little greedy, because this Metagross is pretty much something to be afraid of, and he survives with 1 HP, which is insane. Anyway, the Metagross is down, and so is Crawdaunt due to the Life Orb. Now Ruby goes into this cute little Dedenne, and we have to kind of wonder what it's going to do. I'm assuming everybody started using these cute little Pokemon because of the whole Petri suit incident. So with that being said, everybody's showing off their little Pikachu-like Pokemon. Now this is really interesting what happens next at this point. So Dedenne is able to consume his Citrus Berry, and along with its ability Cheek Pouch, it ends up consuming it twice, getting a chunk, like a huge chunk of HP back. Then he goes for Entrainment, removing Technician from Breloom. With the Entrainment moving its Technician ability, Dedenne is able to take a lot more hits, but Brilliant goes for the Mach Punch, knocking out the Fairy Electric type without too much of a problem. Next Ruby goes into the Politoed. I'm assuming right here he's going to attempt to go for something like an Ice Beam or something just to kill Breloom. And Rod automatically goes for the Psychic, or goes for his Politoed, taking the Psychic attack. Feared out by Rod's Politoed, he goes into the Cacturn, which immediately is forced to take this Focus Blast from Politoed, which does an insane amount of damage, almost KOing it. Luckily for the Focus Sash, Ruby's able to stay in and go for the Sword Dance. Obviously predicting what's going to happen next, Rod's going to retreat, knowing that Cacturn only has one opportunity of doing any real type of damage. And that's obviously going to be with the Sucker Punch. Now going back to my personal favorite, Lopunny, he's going to go out for the Fake Out just to finish this thing off, and without risking much of any type of damage on Lopunny. Now this is where I actually stopped watching the match, so this is going to be pretty much a surprise to me what occurs next. But like I said, I did think it was interesting, and I didn't want to ruin it for myself while I was watching it. Therefore, I decided to just begin recording this match. So of course there's not much Politoed's going to be able to do to Kingdra. And Kingdra has this amazing ability to just boost. So since it's going for the Focus Energy, I'm just going to assume it has a Sniper ability, which is going to allow it to get a higher crit rate. And with this Rain Up, oh, okay, so he goes to the Draco Meteor, which is probably just going to instantly KO this thing. And I'm surprised that it did not. And a Plays Rough, which I've never really seen a Bear Orphic ever battle before, so that was extremely shocking to me. And a very good play on his part. Alright, now he's going to go out to the Lopunny again. And I want to stay against this fighting type. He's obviously going to switch to Politoed to take the Fake Out. I'm assuming Politoed doesn't really want to be in against this thing, but Lopunny doesn't want to risk anything happening to it either. So Politoed goes for the Protect, which was unforeseen, and Lopunny ends up killing itself to the high jump kick. And here we have it again, Politoed versus Politoed. This is becoming quite the matchup. Dragalge. Okay, so Politoed is going to go for the Hydro Pump against the Dragalge. I can't say it right. I'm doing a pretty good, decent amount of damage, but obviously this thing probably has adaptability now with the new release sword, and he does not want to stand against that. Obviously he had Thunderbolt, which would immediately screwed it over. This thing has some really interesting attacks. I've never really seen one of these a lot in action. I've battled before against it, but I usually kill it first turn, so this is really interesting to watch for me. Okay. Okay. So now Bear Orchid is finally down due to the psychic attack. Excuse the noise from earlier. I accidentally left Showdown open during this. Okay, so Politoed versus Politoed comes back down to this, and I believe these are their last Pokemon. So this is a very interesting matchup. It started off Politoed versus Politoed, and it's going to end that way. And with the Psychic and the Surf attack, the match is over. So yeah, that was a pretty decent match and whatnot. I really enjoyed seeing the uses of certain Pokemon like Cacturn, the Dragalge, Bear Orchid, and the Dedenne. Those were really cool to see in battle because you don't see those every day at all. The Mega Lopunny, obviously because it's a really new Pokemon. Kingdra, you don't see that a lot these days. Special Attack and Dragonite, that was a surprise, and also the Crawdaunt. So that's why I picked this video. Just the very interesting Pokemon, and also they're both rain teams, which is really cool to see them. Which one basically was the better rain team? So Ruby defeats Rod in this match, and basically, well, they both participated in a weekly challenge, so they both will get a reward for it. I just wanted to showcase the one from this week that I thought was basically the most unique. Anyway, I think that's all we have time for today. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.